The two-time defending Division II state champion Golden Beavers hit the road for a Badger Conference crossover game at Fort Atkinson. Hi again, everybody. It's Mike Tronson with you at the gym, joined by my partner, former Eustis Ford boys basketball coach and Hall of Famer Kirk Call, and Autumn is our engineer back at the studio. And we welcome you to our first broadcast of the season. And this basketball game tonight is brought to you by Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam, Farmers Implement in Columbus and Allenton, Pine Watertown, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, American Bank, Walker's Family Restaurant, Landmark Credit Union, Columbus and Bayside Supper Club. It is hard to believe, but basketball season is here. We are so glad to be back. Kirk, great to see you. It's been a long 8 months waiting for the new season to roll around.
Yeah, we culminated last year's season with a state title for these same Golden Beavers who are going to be opening their season here at Fort Atkinson. And I went to the game last year at the middle school in Beaver Dam, and I actually left at halftime because Beaver Dam had it well in hand. And I just hope that you don't call any holding penalties, offsides, missed extra points, because the best broadcaster for high school sports did 2 state football games yesterday at Camp Randall, and I hope he's good enough to change gears here tonight for girls basketball, which I know he can. They don't call them Golden Throat for nothing.
Yeah, it was that was probably the quickest turnaround I've ever had from the end of football season to the start of basketball season. But here we are. It's the season opener. Beaver Dam fresh off the last 2 state championships in Division II. And it's no secret, Kirk, that this team returns the major core of the team that won it all again last year. And so the expectations, once again, are very high. This team is very loaded, and they are expected to challenge for yet. The in-state rankings have Beaver Dam obviously ranked at the top spot in Division II, but it's more than just that. Max Preps has them ranked nationally. The Golden Beavers, in the preseason survey conducted by Max Preps, they have the Golden Beavers ranked 14th in the nation. So that's how big the expectations are. Beaver Dam has scheduled some very tough non-conference games this year. In fact, they're going out of state several times. They're going to be playing the 21st ranked team in the country, Bennett Academy, down in Palatine, Illinois on December 1st. And they're also going to be heading to a very prestigious holiday shootout tournament December 27th through the 29th in Naples, Florida. And they'll play some quality competition from around the country there. So it's going to be a fun year with this loaded Beaver Dam team. Again, a lot of familiar names back from last year's state championship club.
Well, Coach Tim Chase certainly doesn't back away from anything with the 4 games that you mentioned. They've also got the Badger Crossover Challenge, and they're going to have to play probably the likes of Monroe, possibly on that other side, who are ranked 2nd in the state, been to the state tournament, and are predicted to go back, as well as Homestead. Their last in-state loss was in the sectional final that we did. Green Bay Notre Dame beat them in 2015. It would have been actually March of 2016. They went undefeated in 2016 and 17 at 28-0 as they conquered their first state title. And then this last year with 25-2, they did that with a 10-point win over New Berlin Eisenhower, who's also ranked 4th in the state this year. But both losses last year were out of state to Maine West and then Hopkins, and those were big games that you did, I believe, both of those, and you're going to be doing the 4 games that you just previously mentioned. Ranked 1st in the state, I don't know. Well, you're starting 5 Division I scholarship athletes potentially, and you have a 6th. Green Bay has offered Paige Hodgson, the 6'2 sophomore, has offered her a scholarship. You've got 6 potentially Division I girl athletes on one court.
You tell me how many other teams in the state can boast that. I can't imagine that there are too many.
I don't think any. Last year, the girls averaged 71.4 and 40.8, giving them up. over 30-point games. This one is a mismatch on paper. Tim Chase is 225 and 94 at Beaver Dam. Remember, he went winless. He went winless one of those seasons.
Yeah.
So you take 20-some losses off of there. The dude is about 225 and 75. Tim Chase and his staff are outstanding. He's a class act, a wonderful human being, great teacher, and an outstanding coach.
Boy, there's no doubt about it. Beaver Dam last year 25-2 on the year, taking home its second consecutive state championship. You mentioned this is a mismatch, and no disrespect to Fort Atkinson, but they're a team they struggled last year. They were only 2-21 last year. These two teams met in the first game of the 23. Natalie Jens had 16 points, Mattie Wilke 11, and Carly Burkhart with 10. And it's going to be a struggle for the Blackhawks tonight, once again, against, as we said, this loaded Golden Beaver team.
Two of those girls you just mentioned were freshmen last year playing their first game.
Right.
I'm telling you what, these girls, I've attended their practices. This is just as they are a wealth of talent, but better yet, Tim says they are tight-knit, close, unselfish, and great kids, and with a high IQ of basketball. I don't know what street we turned in on. You drove, but this is going to be a nightmare on Elm Street or whatever street Fort Atkinson High School is on, folks.
So that's our matchup tonight. It's the season opener for the Golden Beavers. Now, Fort Atkinson did play a game earlier this week, so this is their... Five, four, three. Welcome back to Fort Atkinson High School. Mike Tronson standing by with Tim Chase, the head coach. Long time, you have too, and I still get excited. There's always something special about opening night, and I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah, it's been a long week this week, so we're having to wait till Friday to get out and play. We had a good scrimmage last weekend up in Sheboygan, and we're excited to get out here tonight and start playing, so it's kind of good to get the games rolling.
Yeah, I'm sure that the girls are chomping at the bit to get on the court. I mean, you bring back, it's no secret, you bring back the major core of a team that won its second consecutive state title last spring. So I'm sure expectations are high. Once again, that's not a secret. So these girls have to be excited to finally hit the floor for real.
No, they just want to get out and play. We kind of hit off the year running a little bit. Just the fact that, most of these kids were with us last year in some capacity. So not a lot of new faces this year with our team. So it's kind of a more of a veteran club, I would say, just because the fact we've got kids that were all around last year, and I feel pretty good about what we're doing. So, yeah, we're ready to start the season and see where we're at.
It has to make it easy with so many, experienced players coming back that I'm sure that when practice began here a few weeks ago, for you guys, it's just kind of like picking up where you left off.
Yeah, exactly. The level that we started at was pretty decent at the beginning. We're trying to change a few things a little bit, get a little bit better at some things, and some things sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit to do that. But there's some things we definitely think that we're doing a little bit different, such as our transition offense and things like that we're trying to improve on, and hopefully we'll take some good steps going into tonight.
Certainly a lot of familiar names on the roster, again, as you mentioned, but there's also some names that maybe aren't as familiar with some of the folks. Maybe you can talk about some of the newcomers. I'm seeing names like Paige and Anna, and also, just the gals maybe that had a more limited role last year. That
Wilke and Paige Hodgson were on our team last year and get minutes. You're going to see them playing more predominant roles this year. And then you got kids like, Grace Sharfenberg's kind of in that same group with them. And then Avery Stonewall and Gracie Medeiros and Anna Strablo will get some time with us as well, and maybe Paige Godinsky a little bit as well. So it's one of those things that we'll have some of these kids that, will get some valuable minutes. Hopefully for us, that's a nice thing about the 3.5 rule, is that these kids get some time with us then.
Well, tonight you open up the season with a crossover game here against Fort Atkinson. I know they struggled last year. What are your thoughts on this year's version? What do you see out of them?
They played a game already the other night, played a pretty competitive game with Jefferson, so they're getting better. Second year with their coach, so they've got good numbers in their program. Kids are getting better. Obviously, it's when you're starting a program, it takes time. It's not always a switch that you can flip over and become good right away. But, we're expecting them to compete. They're in their home gym. They get to play against a team that has a high ranking, a high number. I'm sure they're excited about that. And I think that's the thing. Anytime we travel someplace, kids are going to want to take their best shot at us and see how good they really are.
A special night last night for 3 of your seniors who all signed their national letters of intent to play college ball.
Yeah, it was great for our 3 seniors. Paige Schumann heading to Eastern Illinois, Tara Southwicker heading down to Wisconsin, and then Allie Van Loo heading up to North Dakota. So to have 3 Division I kids is amazing, and even better is just the quality of kids that all 3 of those are and what they've meant to our program. Since they've been up on our varsity team with 77-4 record, they just have a great attitude to really support the community well and our kids in our community, and can't say enough about those 3 along with the rest of our kids, but those 3 have done things the right way.
Well, I don't normally do this on opening them.
Yeah, we've been pretty healthy for most of the things, but last night with about 10 minutes to go, I moved a little too quick, as somebody my age probably should, and I did a pretty good tear to one of my calf muscles, so I'm struggling a little bit. So if you see me going there, I don't think it's an Achilles, which is good because I've always been fearful of that injury. But I'm a little sore tonight, so we'll see how I can survive.
All right, well, I hope you're going to be just fine. I saw you walking a little gingerly, but let's hope that heals up quick for you.
Standing up, and I'll still be talking.
Tim, it's great to see you. I'm looking forward to this game tonight, and also the entire season. We're going to be covering you all the time, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
All right, that's Tim Chase, head coach of Beaver Dam. We'll step aside, and we're back right after this on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com. And we welcome you back to Fort Atkinson High School alongside the Hall of Famer Kirk Call, Mike Tronson, as we get you set for girls high school basketball. The Beaver Dam Golden Beavers opening up the regular season on the road at Fort Atkinson, taking on the Blackhawks. Beaver Dam 25-2 a year ago, winning its second consecutive Division II state title. And the Golden Beavers ranked highly, top ranking in the state coming into this season, and a 14th ranking nationally by Max Preps as they start the season in search of their third straight gold trophy. Meanwhile, Fort Atkinson coming off a tough year last year. They were 2-21. They dropped their season opener on Tuesday night this week at Jefferson, or I should say to Jefferson here in this gym, 48-34. And we're just a couple of minutes away from the opening tip. Again, we want to thank you for joining us tonight, and we want to thank our sponsors again, and they include Pine Hills Trucking, Air Care, Slumberland of Beaver Dam and Watertown, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, American Bank, Walker's Family Restaurant, Landmark Credit Union, Columbus Family Dental, Bayside Supper Club, Farmers Implement in Columbus and Allenton, and we especially want to thank our video stream sponsor tonight, Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam. That's right, not only can you listen to tonight's ball game on WXRLeadodge.com. We've got Ninja, that's Justin Wilke, our cameraman here tonight, running the video stream for us. And there we go. Thanks again to Jimmy John's for their generous sponsorship of the video stream of this ball game tonight. Tell you what we'll do. Let's step aside once again for the national anthem. Back for the starting lineups and the opening tip right after this on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, coached by Tim Chase. A lot of familiar names in the starting lineup, and the guards are Paige Schumann, a 5'6" senior, along with Jada Donaldson, 5'6" junior, and Mattie Wilkie, a sophomore at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Up front, it's Tara Stoffaker, 5'11" senior, along with Allie Van Loo, a 6'4" senior. Again, starters for Beaver Dam, Paige Schumann, Jada Donaldson, Mattie Wilkie, Tara Stoffaker, and Allie Van Loo. Meanwhile, the starters for Fort Atkinson, coached by Greg Riddell. They will start Kat Brandel. She's a senior guard. Also at guard, Corrine Stoutenborough, a senior, and Taylor Markwart. She's a freshman. Also getting the start for the Blackhawks, Sarah Vandermoss, a senior, along on the Fort Atkinson roster. So again, the Blackhawks starters, Kat Brandel, Corrine Stoutenborough, Taylor Marquardt, Sarah Vandermoss, and Anna Schoeneke. And tonight, the Blackhawks in their home white jerseys and shorts with the red numbers and the red and black trim. Beaver Dam in the road unis. They've got the gray jerseys and shorts with the green numbers and the green and yellow lettering. In the first half of play, it'll be Beaver Dam moving right to left as Kirk Call and I see it. Fort Atkinson goes left to right across the floor.
Well, Beaver Dam's an offensive juggernaut and an opposing team's bad dream on defense with their in-your-face suffocating pressure D. This is a mismatch on paper, and it should be a running clock after the 9-minute mark in the second half on the court. I'm really excited to be back with you, Mike, calling high school basketball games, and look forward to a fun season, hopefully ending at the Resch Center again.
It'll be Allie Van Loo to jump it at center for the Golden Beavers. And just about ready to get this game underway as it'll be Anna Schoeneke jumping it for Fort Atkinson. There's the whistle. Ball's up in the air. Tap is controlled by Beaver Dam. This game is underway, and Jada Donaldson will work the point and flips it right side for Wilkie on the three-point elbow. Man defense here for Fort Atkinson. Donaldson has it left of the circle, drives into the lane, pops it up one-handed, and it's in. 2-0 Beaver Dam. 14 seconds into the season, Donaldson gives the Golden Beavers the early 2-0 lead.
1-2-1-1 diamond press.
And it causes a turnover
Steal
as Wilkie with a steal, driving for a layup right side, off the glass and in for Mattie Wilke. So the defense leads to offense the other way. Bounce pass left side, shot is up and off the glass and in. And it's 4-2. You see who got that one?
I did not see it.
Well, let's see. Well, I couldn't see the number. Now Beaver Dam has it.
Number 10, the freshman.
Thank you. And here's Donaldson for three. That's off the rim, no good. And a defensive rebound pulled down by Kat Brandel. Yeah, you're right. The basket was by Marquardt, the freshman. I just couldn't see the number right away. So 4-2 in favor of the Golden Beavers. We're 53 seconds in to the first half of play. Full court pressure by the Golden Beavers. This is Marquardt, and she's down near the baseline, drives up and gets double teamed just inside the timeline, gets rid of it, and it was saved by Sarah Vandermoss. Now she's double teamed to the backcourt and a 10 count. Yeah, they were flirting with it. Beaver Dam using that full court pressure creates the turnover, and it'll be Golden Beaver basketball as Donaldson will inbound on the sideline right across from us on the far side of the court. We're 1 minute and 4 seconds in and a 2-point lead for Beaver Dam as Schumann takes the inbound feed. Works the high right side. Now sends it top of the key. Stalker swings it around to the elbow left side. Wilkie going baseline back to Van Loo in the lane. Kicks it out. Stalker has it to the right side. There's Schumann with it in three-point land. Now gives it back to Wilkie. She's guarded closely. Back to Schumann as they play catch. Schumann sends it cross court. Donaldson fakes the shot to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Wilkie, three on the way. It's good for Mattie Wilke. That's the first triple of the season. She's got 5 points already and a 5-point lead for Beaver Dam, 7-2.
Mattie Wilke dialing it up from long range
as she was trying to go cross court on a pass to a teammate. So Beaver Dam gets it back. Stoffaker right in front of the scorer's table on the near sideline to inbound for Beaver Dam, looking to increase the lead at 5.
Mighty Midgets turning up the defense. Paige and Jada, unbelievable quickness.
And this is Schumann. Post feed, there's Wilkie back into Van Loo just inside the free throw line. Misses the shot off the rim. Offensive board, Donaldson kicks it out. Stoffaker fakes the three. Into the lane, Stoffaker sidesteps a defender. Missed the shot off the rim. Offensive board, Van Loo, and Allie Van Loo scores. And it's 9-2 Beaver Dam. 2 minutes gone first half.
Van Loo at 6'4", didn't even have to jump. And then she kissed it off the window for an easy putback.
So we have our first
Foul on
Stoffaker, yes. There we go. And it is Randall in the backcourt getting it across the timeline. She got hassled by Donaldson and lost the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Beaver Dam basketball.
Kat Brandel was their leading scorer last year at 6.9. She's a senior. 5 turnovers already by the Blackhawks. Not even 3 minutes into the game.
So the Golden Beavers leading by 7 go back to work. This is Wilkie, top of the arc. Sends it right corner. Schumann for three. It's a little bit short off the rim. Offensive board for Jada. That's at least her second offensive rebound. And here's Schumann at the top of the arc. Free throw line right side, sends it back to Stalker. She'll pop a three, and it is good for Tara Stalker. That's her first bucket of the season. It's a triple, and it's 12-2. Beaver Dam's up 10 already, 2.5 minutes into the game.
Yep, here comes the subs, just like I expected.
Yep, first, and they're getting ready to check in right now, and there is a traveling violation on Anna Schoeneke. And now those subs we talked about come in. Natalie Jens, a 5'6" sophomore. Carly Burkhart, a 5'8" junior. And also Paige Hodgson, a 6'3" sophomore. Of course, Jens and Burkhart got a lot of playing time last year. Hodgson, more limited playing time, but I think we're going to see a lot more of her this year.
Yeah, she's going to fill the role of Afton Bartle. Nice pass
to
by
Jens.
Wilkie.
And Wilkie with a beautiful assist to Natalie Jens, who scores on the right doorstep. It's 14-2 Beaver Dam.
Jens
and this
and
is
Wilkie,
Marquardt.
leading scorers last year as freshmen, first game of the year.
And this is steal. Here is Donaldson going in right side. Layup, book it. Jada Donaldson scores, and a timeout with 14:49 left in the first half. Beaver Dam 16 and Fort Atkinson 2. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here with Beaver Dam already up big, and we talked about it. Again, no disrespect to the Blackhawks, but Beaver Dam showing what they're made of already, and we're not even 4 minutes into the game.
I'm not sure. Is that score right? 16-2 or 18-2? Well, anyway, 14:49 left, and so what do we got? 4 minutes into the game, and they've already put up 16?
Yeah, 16.
I've
That
got
is correct.
7 turnovers unofficially, but wow, they have not lost anything.
No.
Over the last few months.
So here we go, back to live action. Bounce pass in. It's taken by Stoutenborough. She sends it ahead to Schoeneke. Now off the left side. No, the other way. Pass ahead to Jens. Layup right side. Got it off the glass. Well, Beaver Dam's defense so stifling. It's 18-2 Golden Beavers. And right now, the Blackhawks having all sorts of problems just getting it up the floor. Now they finally do this time. This is Lexi Garrett, who had just checked in. She's a senior. They go up to the top of the key. Brandt down low. And here is a up and under move and a shot high off the glass. No good for Schoeneke. And the rebound to Jens. Jens back the other way. Crosses the timeline. Bounce pass one-handed to Wilkie. Bobbled it and almost lost it out of bounds, but saved it to Hodgson. Here's Hodgson now working the top of the arc. Lob pass right side. Jens ball fake. Into the lane. Kicks it back to Paige. Hodgson for three. Line drive three. No good. Off the rim. And the rebound is taken down by Garrett. And here come the Blackhawks down 16 with just under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Here is Brandel. Brandel being guarded closely by Jada Donaldson. Sends it cross court for Marquardt. Now Marquardt works the top of the key. Picked up there by Burkhart. Pass to the corner. Brandel working the baseline. Bounce pass into the left corner. And it's Stoutenborough over there, but she's picked up by Jens. Now back up top. Here's Schoeneke. And lost it, but it was saved by Marquardt. Now they give it to Brandel. Brandel working the right elbow. Going baseline, but Donaldson with her every step of the way. Jada, probably the best defender in the state. At least in my opinion, she is. And a ball out of bounds that was swatted out by Carly Burkhart, and it'll be Fort Atkinson basketball. They'll have to inbound with 13 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Beaver Dam leads 18-2 as we have subs coming in. Actually, it's 5'6" senior, and let's see who else came
Rachel
in.
Urich.
Yep, and we got Rachel Urich on there, 5'7" senior. Fresh bodies out there. Pass was tipped inbounds but saved, and they work it out to Stoutenborough. She's in three-point land near the top of the bubble. Spins to the free throw line. Now sends it out to Brandel. Here's a long shot from the right side. Off the rim, no good. And the defensive rebound for Schumann. We're 5 minutes into the game. And a pass ahead. Here's Jens. Baseline move left side. Up and in for Natalie Jens. Used the old ball fake and then drove baseline.
Well, the crossover move almost sprained those girls' ankles. Whew.
And now we've got a whistle and traveling violation on Stoutenborough, who was being hassled in the backcourt. Again, Beaver Dam's full court pressure just causing all sorts of fits for Fort Atkinson. It's an 18-point lead, and Beaver Dam now gets possession with 12:48 remaining in the opening stanza.
Last year, I think they had 50 when I left at halftime.
Schumann from the right side, and that's a two. Her
Yep.
foot was on the line. It's a long two for Paige, but that's her first bucket of the season. 22-2. 20-point advantage, Golden Beavers, and we still have 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. Here's a pass ahead, and wait a minute, we got a foul in the backcourt here.
Rachel grabbed on to, I think it's the freshman. She's got a long ponytail, but Taylor Marquardt, she's a freshman starter, and Rachel just was getting beat. It would have been a turnover, unfortunately.
Yeah, Rachel Urich picks up the foul. Beaver Dam now, that's her first, by the way, and it's the third team foul. No fouls yet in the game on Fort Atkinson. And the ball was deflected out of bounds into the Beaver Dam bench, and the Blackhawks will keep possession. They'll have to inbound on the near sideline. This is going to be Marquardt, the freshman, to inbound for Fort Atkinson, and again, it's swatted out by Urich, and Fort Atkinson will have to try to get it in once more.
Just tremendous quickness on defense and just good anticipation.
Lily Belzer, a freshman, checked in a moment ago. She's got the ball, trying to get rid of it, and the pass was tipped by Jens. It's loose. They dive for it. Jens dives and gets there, and they call a jump ball because Belzer at the last second forced the tie-up, and the arrow says who? The arrow says it goes to Fort Atkinson. But, again, just aggressive defense by Jens and the Golden Beavers. We are not quite 6 minutes in, and it's a 20-point Golden Beaver lead as Belzer takes the inbound feed in the backcourt, brings it across. Double teamed immediately, gets rid of it. They go to the baseline, and it's sent to the left corner. With it there is Stoutenborough. She drives into the lane and pass cross court, intercepted. Schumann intercepts, back the other way, leading the charge. She goes,
Jens.
Hesitation move now, kicks it left baseline. Urich driving, layup, missed it short. Rebound is loose. Schumann got the offensive board, and she is tied up as she tried to go back up with it. This time the arrow will give it back to the Golden Beavers.
Jens was open at the three-point line, just didn't see her in time because she had a
swatted out by Stoutenborough, who was guarding Paige. Try it again.
Here comes the screener. Look for
Schumann, lob pass in. There's Van Loo. Spins, little hook shot, missed it off the rim. And the rebound pulled down by Tyla Stouty, the freshman. And here is Stouty on the right side, guarded by Van Loo. Bounce pass up now to Marquardt on the elbow. They go back right of the circle. Tyla for three. Got it. So the freshman, Tyla Stouty, with her first bucket, it's a triple. It's 22-5. Beaver Dam still comfortably in front as we approach the 11-minute mark and counting of the first half. Mike Tronson and Kirk Hall at Fort Atkinson High School. Glad you're with us on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, especially those of you watching the video stream tonight on Daily Dodge. Van Loo kicks it out right side. Schumann, quick pass to Jens for three. Off the rim, no. Van Loo, the offensive board. Put back, it's good. Allie's got four. And it's 24-5 in favor of Beaver Dam. Here's a pass tipped, stolen. Schumann throws it ahead. Jens wide open, and she's got a layup. That was easy. Jens scores. Jens already has 8 points. Timeout is called with 10:37 left to play in the first half. It's 26-5, Beaver Dam leading on the Farmers Implement scoreboard, and we'll keep it right here. But kind of what we expected here, Kirk, in the early going.
Without a doubt, that suffocating pressure, stifling defense, the one of the first part of the turnovers, they got them for 11, and then now they're just playing them straight up man-to-man with the run and jump in that backcourt, and all of a sudden then you'll throw the 1-3-1 half-court trap on. So, you know, Coach Tim Chase has all these talented girls to start 5 Division I athletes and then bring in a sixth one off the bench, as well as some other very talented girls who probably, I mean, the second 5 for Beaver Dam would be all 5 starters for Fort Atkinson.
Oh, absolutely.
And numerous other schools in the state. So, you know, the Positive Hoops program is coming to fruition, obviously with 2 gold balls the last 2 years, but you just can't say enough about them. They play unselfish. They play together. They're getting easy baskets off of the turnovers. You have to admit they're getting layup after layup after layup. So you just can't practice this. I mean, I'll go back to my days as a coach in at Houston Sport when we'd run into teams like Randolph and whatever. I put 7, 8, 9 guys against my starters, and trying to simulate something like this, I don't know how you simulate this, Mike.
We can't.
I don't think you can.
You just can't. We've talked about that in the past. And it's Fort Atkinson basketball after the timeout as they work it ahead. Stoddy down on the right baseline, bounce pass into the left corner. There's a ball fake. Now a shot is up, and it's no good for Lexi Garrett. Rebound for Jada Donaldson. Back the other way, kicks it right side. Here's a shot up for Jens. Little pull-up J is no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it's going to stay on that end. It'll be Beaver Dam basketball as it was last touched by Fort Atkinson team. They start. They have several freshmen on the roster. They're going to get better. It's just going to take time, and obviously you're up against an all-world team here in Beaver Dam. That's pretty tough. Here's a three on the way. Wilkie's three is no good off the rim. Nice box out and rebound there for Garrett. And Lexi Garrett with the rebound gives it to Tyler Stoddy, and she'll send it left side, but a pass cross-court tip almost stolen by Jens, saved by Belzer. And now here's a shot high off the glass and in for Claire Treloff. She's a junior, just checked in a little while ago, and she got through traffic and scored to make it 26-7 in favor of Beaver Dam. 9:39 and counting left in the opening half here at Fort Atkinson. Free throw line jumper. Donaldson books it.
Wow, if she's going to get that mid-range jumper to go down, oh my word. She's got an offer from Eastern Illinois on the table.
She does. We already know she's the best defender in the state of Wisconsin. If she gets that going,
Steal by Jens.
And Jens, after the steal goes in, layup with the right hand is good. Natalie Jens now with 10 points. She leads all scorers in the game. It's 30-7, Beaver Dam in front. And we are approaching the halfway point of this opening stanza. Now a whistle with 9:05 to go first half. We got contact in the backcourt.
Well, you talk about talent. It's hard for me to believe that Paige Schumann, Tara Stoffaker, and Allie Van Loo, who all signed Division I scholarships last night at Beaver Dam High School, are seniors. Because I guess I'm going to be out 6 years now. And I remember seeing them. It goes fast, I guess.
So a couple of subs come in. Fort Atkinson inbounding, and Brandel has it in the backboard, but Donaldson is up close and personal and steals it. Donaldson had it knocked away as she was going in for a layup.
I love this lineup. You got the Mighty Midgets, Paige and Jada, and the Twin Towers. This year it's Allie and Paige Hodgson.
Yeah.
Twin Towers and the Mighty Midgets on the court, along with Mattie Wilke. Who else?
Schumann inbounds.
There's
Hodgson left side. Got it off the glass, and she came streaking in. Nobody was on her. And Hodgson with her first bucket to make it 32-7. Golden Beavers. 8:49 and counting left in the first half. Wilkie with a steal, and then a foul. Who's this going to go on here? This is going to go on Belzer, I believe. Yep.
13 turnovers
That's
already.
Her first.
8:46 left in the first half. 25-point lead.
Schumann takes the inbounds feed, runs it through the center circle, and leaves it off for Wilkie on the right side. Now to Hodgson, top of the key, back to Schumann, down low on the left. In the post, there's Van Loo, kicks it up to the right side of the free throw line. Hodgson with a jumper is no good off the rim, and we're going the other way. And they're going to get Van Loo over the back here? I believe so. Yep, Van Loo picks up the foul for the Golden Beavers.
Half-court trap.
That's her first personal.
1-3-1 half-court trap now coming up. Got Paige on the back end, Van Loo in the middle. $14 turnovers.
Wow, it's just, Beaver Dam's going to frustrate a lot of teams. I mean, it's not just Fort Atkinson here. This is going to be a reoccurring thing all season long, much as it's been the last several years.
Oh, that's going to be fun. You are going to have the privilege of going down to Illinois for the one game and Florida for the other three.
Wilkie missed a shot, and as they fought for the rebound, there's a foul on the Golden Beavers.
Mattie Wilke.
Wilkie picked it up. Yeah, that's exciting, folks. Just kind of looking ahead here. We are broadcasting all of Beaver Dam's out-of-state games. We will be down in Illinois on December 1st. There's a steal on the inbounds. Hodgson has it. corrals it. Then she threw it away. It was tipped loose. And then another steal. Schumann took it away from Treloff, and she goes in for a layup. So the team's trading turnovers. Schumann finally scores, and now a collision and a tie-up as they got it back in. 7:51 left in the first half. It's 34-7 in favor of the Golden Beavers.
Well, I'm not sure if Port Atkinson expected this, but we did. And if they're playing Jefferson and losing here, 17th turnover.
And here comes Wilkie. Sends it to Schumann. Schumann working it through a double team. Kicks it back out beyond the arc for Donaldson. Now she drives into the lane, pops it up with one hand and in. 36-7, Beaver Dam leads.
Smallest girl on the court.
And the Blackhawks just threw it away.
18th turnover. They could start a bakery here. They have frosting.
Well, as I was saying, though, yeah, we're going to be broadcasting all of Beaver Dam's out-of-state games as a couple of subs come in. We'll be in Illinois on December 1st when they take on Bennett Academy of Lisle, Illinois. That'll be a 3:45 start on Saturday, December 1st. And, yes, I'll be going down to Florida in December for the Naples shootout. Another up on the right side. Count it.
Outstanding assist by Grace Scharfenberg. Wait.
And
Carly.
there's a miss and a rebound for Rachel Urich.
Carly Burkhart with the assist to Schumann, or to Rachel.
Here's Hodgson now. Up to Donaldson. Top of the key, little stutter move. Through a double team, left side, missed it. Off the rim, offensive rebound, Urich. She's got it and had knocked out of her hands, but she gets it back. Nice recovery. Now she's down in the right corner, hassled there. Kicks it up high on the right for Donaldson. They'll try and reset with 6:41 and counting left in the opening half. Now here's a spin move inside the free throw line. That's Burkhart. She kicks it back out to Urich. Over to Carly again. Burkhart post feed, and a shot is up and in for Van Loo. Nice post feed, and Van Loo does the rest.
Little French pastry by Grace Scharfenberg.
It is 40-7 in favor of Beaver Dam. 6:18 and counting left until intermission. And a pass is almost stolen, but we're going to have a foul here on Beaver Dam. This is going to be a bonus situation for the Blackhawks. Yeah, it's the first personal on Burkhart. It's also the 7th team foul on the Golden Beavers, so it's going to put the Blackhawks at the line.
I have to make a correction. That assist was by Carly Burkhart, not Grace Scharfenberg. Burkhart with the French pastry. Now in comes Grace Scharfenberg. I'll get it right. First game.
We got all. It's the first
jitters.
game jitters. Absolutely. Front end of the bonus is good.
The southpaw nails it.
Yeah.
Well, they're sneaking up on double digits.
40-8.
40 at 8? I had a relative that belonged to the 40 at 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Second one is up and good, so she got them both. That was Sarah Vandermoss. And it makes it 40-9 in favor of the Golden Beavers as Jens will bring it up the floor, crosses the midcourt stripe, left side pass, and it's taken there by Scharfenberg. And she sends it to the free throw line for Burkhart, and the pass was tipped and stolen. Stolen away by Haley Miles, and now back into the front court. This is Marquardt sending it left corner. Here's a three on the way from the corner, off the mark, no good. And the rebound for Van Loo off the miss from the corner. That was a miss by Maggie Opperman, a senior that had checked in a little while ago. Now here is Scharfenberg going down low on the left side, shoots over a defender, scores, and a foul. Nice move to the basket. An old-fashioned three-point play.
And with the left hand, she's a righty. She's a senior, 5'6", to average 1.8 points per game. Gets it to go.
And the free throw's up, no good up the rim, but an offensive board. Van Loo put back. That is good for Allie. She was right there to get the miss, and Van Loo now with 8 points to make it 44-9. Beaver Dam, 5:35 left until halftime.
Well, leading rebounder, Allie Van Loo, tallest girl on the court with 4. Jada Donaldson, 5'5" junior.
Jens steals the inbounds and gets tripped up as she was driving to the basket. So a foul here on Ford Atkinson.
19 turnovers.
This is going to go on Haley Miles, the senior. It's going to be her second, actually, and Natalie Jens is at the charity stripe. Jens in this game with 10 points. It's up and good.
I was just going to say, I'll bet you, I can't see down below here, but Allie was the only starter on the floor. I was going to say maybe Paige will be coming in for her, and 5:32 left, 45-9. Golden Beavers ahead of the Blackhawks of Fort Atkinson. And we're down here in Jefferson County.
Next one's on the way, high off the rim, bouncing around, and it comes off at an offensive board for Burkhart. She gets it to Sharpenberg. She missed a shot. Rebound was going. So the Blackhawks will set it up. 5:17 to go first half. 45-9. Beaver Dam leads on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. Here is Haley Miles driving to the free throw line. Bounce pass stolen. And here's Jens off to the races. Jens flying in, blocked from behind, and it was blocked by Schoeneke. And the deflection goes to a teammate, and that is Miles bringing it back the other way. She's working the left sideline, and I think she got bumped, and that's going to be a foul. Let's see who it goes on. This one's going to go on Grace Scharfenberg. She picks up the foul. That's her first. It's the team's 8th. And that means free throws, a bonus situation here for the Blackhawks.
There's not much Coach Chase can do, Mike, because he's got 10 returning players as the free throw is missed.
Yeah, Miles misses. Rebound for the Beavers.
The 4 girls that are on the roster suited up tonight all played in the JV, and they could only play one half.
Dancing through traffic, missing a shot was Burkhart, but Scharfenberg, the offensive board and the putback on the left doorstep. And it's now 47-9. Golden Beavers, and losing it out of bounds was Treloff. I beg your pardon. That was Schoeneke.
So, like I say, he's got starting 5 on the bench. He's got the other 5 girls in the game, and no one else can play in this first half.
3 for Burkhart. No good from the right side. Offensive board with the rebound. And they throw it ahead. Coming in left baseline, there's a shot up and in. Nice move by Kat Brandel, the senior. Brandel gets her first bucket, 47-11. Beaver Dam leads. 4 minutes and change left in the first half. Ball was knocked loose, stolen, and here come the Blackhawks. Up the right side, Miles now sends it cross court. And Jens is going to get whistled for contact here, trying to deny that pass over to Brandel on the far side. So we have now played about 14 minutes of basketball. Beaver Dam is up 36 points.
Well, as 4 starters come back in the game with 4:03 left here at Fort Atkinson High School, 47 for the Golden Beavers, 11 for the Blackhawks.
That last foul on the Beavers, and the front end of the bonus is no good. Rebound, and they fight for it, and a jump ball is called as we got bodies on the floor.
Schumann got hammered in the face.
She did, yeah. And being helped up, she's going to shake it off, though.
She's going to be shaking it off. There's no way she's going out.
Yeah, she's about one of the toughest customers you're going to find.
Oh, you better believe it. Natalie Jens is right behind her, and so is Jada Donaldson. Mattie Wilke, Stalker. I tell you what, they are tough cookies.
47-11. Beaver Dam leads Fort Atkinson on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. 3:59 left in the first half.
Fort Atkinson staying in the man-to-man. So, didn't know if they'd...
Wilkie giving it to Schumann, top of the silo. Out right side for Urich for 3. It's off the back rim, no good. Offensive board, Tara Stoffer kicks it up top now for Paige. Here's Schumann. Lob pass was tipped and stolen. Now she tried to get the post feed down low and didn't get enough arc on that pass. But then she recovers and steals, but then she stepped on the sideline, so she almost made up for the turnover, and she grabbed the loose ball, but she ran out of real estate on that right sideline going up the floor and gives it back to the Blackhawks. 3:35 left until intermission. Here's a pass. Ooh, that's out of bounds as they were trying to work it to Jackie Jensen right in front of the Beaver Dam bench, but the problem is that the pass forced her to go into the bench and out of bounds. Here's Paige Schumann sending it right of the circle. Out in three-point land. Urich's pass tipped out, and I believe that was Jensen that got the fingertips on it. Beaver Dam will keep possession. 3:22 left in the first half on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. It's 47-11. Golden Beavers leading Fort Atkinson. Donaldson off the inbounds feed gives it right back to Paige Schumann. Right elbow, she has spin move inside the arc. Now sends it cross court. There's Jada for a long three. Off the rim, no good. In and out. Wilkie the offensive board. Here's Wilkie. Bounce pass to a spinning Schumann who kicks it back out. Stoffaker wide open for three. Got it! Wow!
Well, Tara Stoffaker, one of the top 5 shooters in Division II last year, averaged 38% from the arc.
She's got 2 triples in this one. 50-11. Beaver Dam leads on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. All right, so the Blackhawks go to work with Stouty to the right corner. Jensen back to Stouty underneath the basket. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound for Schumann. I like the effort, but not able to score. Schumann, long pass ahead. Stoffaker layup with the left hand is no good off the rim. Wilkie the offensive board. Kicks it back out. And Urich to Stoffaker, wide open for three. Bullseye! Tara Stoffaker, her third triple. 53-11. Beaver Dam leads on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. 2:15 and counting left in the opening stanza. Double teamed. This is Marquardt and turned it over. Taylor Marquardt barely got across the timeline, and all of a sudden there were 2 defenders right on her. And Beaver Dam's going to get it back as we have Schumann going to the bench for a rest. Looks like Paige Hodgson will check back in.
For Stoffaker.
Yep, Stoffaker's going to come off.
Allie Van Loo came in.
Yep, Van Loo's out there as well. She just came off the bench. 2:09 left until halftime. This is Wilkie leaving it off for Hodgson. Giving it back now to Urich. Urich, right side. Wilkie down low in the post. Van Loo spins and scores. Oh, made that look easy.
Boy, I'll tell you what. That is going to be a post move that is going to be unstoppable if she can spin and use her left hand.
Hodgson with a steal. Layup. Missed the layup. And the rebound for Marquardt. Everything but the finish there for the Golden Beavers.
She
and
should have dunked it.
Van Loo just knocked the ball out of bounds. Oh, man, I'd pay money to see that in the game. 1:39 left in the half. Oh,
I
man.
said hi to her.
It's good to be back.
I said hi to her when we were walking in.
And there's a layup. Garrett had her shot blocked. And here come the Golden Beavers. Oh, it's good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Here is Jada Donaldson. Hesitation move. Working right baseline. Now an up and under move. And it's no good on the shot, but she got fouled. And, oh, man, is there anything more fun to watch than Jada Donaldson? I mean, yeah, she's a defensive specialist, but she can make some moves offensively, too. That was a great up and under move to draw the foul.
It was. Get the janitor. We need a mop.
So here's Jada at the charity stripe with $1:24 left in the half. First free throw is no good. It's 55-11. Beaver Dam leading Fort Atkinson on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. One more free throw coming up. It's good. So she got one of 2. 56-11. Golden Beavers on top of the Blackhawks. As we said, we're down to 1:24 left in the first half. Our first basketball broadcast of the new year. And there's a steal. Here's Stoffaker. Back the other way, and she's fouled as she went in for a layup. And Tara Stoffaker will go to the line. Taylor Marquardt picking up the foul. That's her first. It is also the team's 6th. And here is...
That's an all-conference player.
And that is a made free throw on the first attempt.
You've got a couple of stat sheet stuffers on this lineup. They can do it all.
Second one, money. So Stalker now with 11 points, including those 3 triples. On the Farmers Implement scoreboard, 58-11. Beaver Dam leads Fort Atkinson, 65 seconds remaining in the opening half. Double teamed was Shaneke, gets through it, sends it back up top. Low pass dug out by Markwart, sends it cross court now for Stoutenborough. Lob to the left side. Here's a long 17-footer, in and out and back in again. That's a long 2 for Fort Atkinson. Jackie Jensen on the bucket.
Hodgson.
Whoa! Hodgson hits the triple with 41 seconds left in this first half. 61-13. Beaver Dam in front on the Farmers Implement scoreboard, and an errant pass almost stolen by Donaldson. They throw it ahead, and there's a ball. Wilkie knocks it out of bounds as that Shaneke that was driving there. And, she had a knocked out from behind by Wilkie. Fort Atkinson keeps possession. 27.9 seconds left until halftime.
Boy, if Hodgson can knock those 3-pointers down this year at 6'3", that is going to open up a lot for the inside game. It's almost like I went to the Bucks game the other night, and Lopez has been shooting 42% as a 7-footer. Paige Hodgson.
That inbounds pass hit the head of Wilke. She had her back to the ball, and it's going back to Beaver Dam. Wilke had her back to the inbounds pass, and it went off her noggin, and all of a sudden there was a mad dash for a loose ball.
It's a scrum.
22 and a half seconds left in the first stanza.
Maybe they'll take the last shot. Hopefully.
This is Schumann. High on the right. Back between the rings now for Scharfenberg. Gives it to Wilke on the near wing. Underhands it back to Paige. Over to Scharfenberg.
There it is.
Post feed. Van Loo
There it
catches
is.
through a double team. Up and scores.
There it is.
With 6 seconds remaining in the half. 2 seconds. 1. They're not even going to get a shot off here as the horn sounds. That is the end of the first half of play here at Fort Atkinson High School. And on the Farmers Implement scoreboard at the break, Beaver Dam with a 50-point advantage. It's the Golden Beavers 63 and the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks 13. Stay with us. Our halftime report comes up in a moment. You're listening to Beaver Dam Golden Beaver girls basketball on 95.3. Mike Tronson alongside Hall of Famer Kurt Call. We are at halftime of this basketball game between Beaver Dam and Fort Atkinson. And at the break on the Farmers Implement scoreboard, it's the goal here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. Our season opening basketball broadcast for 2018-2019. The Beaver Dam girls up by 50 points at intermission. And we want to thank again all of our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. They include Pine Hills Trucking, Air Care, Slumberland of Beaver Dam and Watertown, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, American Bank, Walker's Family Restaurant, Landmark Credit Union, Columbus Family Dental, Bayside Supper Club, Farmers Implement in Columbus and Allenton, and Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam. Jimmy John's is our exclusive video stream sponsor for tonight's game. That's right. We are video streaming tonight. We've got Dustin here, our cameraman, operating the show for us. And we want to thank Jimmy John's for their continued support of high school athletics here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com. And as a matter of fact, Kirk, you and I have a sandwich from Jimmy John's. Each of us have a sandwich sitting here in our broadcast booth. And Justin's got one too. Oh, look at that. Yep, there it is. And so we know what's coming up after the game. We got a little snack waiting for us. And we want to thank the folks at Jimmy John's for that.
Much appreciated.
Very much appreciated. All right, so it is a 50-point advantage for Beaver Dam at the break. Kirk Call.
Well, it's the first game of the year, folks. I forgot to keep track of individual free throws, so all I have is rebounds. Beaver Dam with 20, only 7 for the Blackhawks, and 5 turnovers first half for Fort Atkinson, which leads me to say that is the main cause of the 50-point deficit at halftime here at Fort Atkinson High School.
Let's run down the individual scoring. Now, I might be off by one bucket here, but you get the idea. Looking at the individual scoring from the first half, Allie Van Loo with 12 points. She led the Golden Beavers and, in fact, leads all scorers in the game at the break, but not far behind her, Tara Stoffaker with 11, including those 3 3-point baskets. And Natalie Jens also in double figures with 11 points for the Golden Beavers. It was Jada Donaldson with 9, Mattie Wilke with 7, including 1 from beyond the arc, 5 points for Paige Hodgson, including a 3-point basket, Grace Scharfenberg and Paige Schumann with 4 points each. For Fort Atkinson, what I have, I've got Tyler Stouty with a triple. She had 3 points. Nobody else had more than 2. In fact, there's 5 different players for Fort Atkinson with 2 points each. Kat Brandel, Taylor Marquardt, Sarah Vandermaas, Jackie Jensen, and Claire Treloff, all with 2 points apiece. And so Beaver Dam up by 50 at the break on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. In the JV game tonight, Beaver Dam a winner in that one, 57-24. Let's take another break. We're back to get you ready for the second half after this. 4, 3, 2. Now getting set to start the second half of this girls basketball game. On the Farmers Implement scoreboard, it's Beaver Dam 63 and Fort Atkinson 13. In the second half of our game tonight, it'll be Beaver Dam moving from left to right, as Kirk and I see it, and Fort Atkinson will go right to left. Across your radio dial or across the video stream on dailydodge.com. At the 95.3 studios, we've got Justin Wilke on site operating our video stream camera for Daily Dodge. We're glad you're with us. The first of many basketball games to come your way on the radio and dailydodge.com over the next several months. We are excited for another season of Beaver Dam basketball coverage for the girls and the boys. Beaver Dam boys will be tipping it off here shortly, and we've got a lot of their games on the schedule too. Can hardly wait to see those guys.
63 points in the first half, 43 by the starters, 20 points off the bench. 50-point lead at the 9-minute mark. If they're still up by 40, there'll be a running clock.
Yep. So Fort Atkinson has it to start this second half. Again, moving to our left, and here we go. Underway in the second stanza. And this is Anna Schoeneke up on the left elbow, driving into the lane, falls down, and traveling violation. Well, she was going to run into Allie Van Loo and lost her footing. And that's a traveling violation as she goes down to the hardwood, and Beaver Dam has it off the turnover.
Paige Schumann running the show.
All right, this is Stalker to the right corner for Donaldson. She drives around the arc, back towards the top of the key. Now sends it back to Wilkie, Mattie Wilke. Pass into the right corner for Paige Schumann. Now Schumann off a screen, into the lane, kicks it weak side. Wilkie wasn't ready for it, but it was saved by Donaldson over in that left corner. Now Donaldson back up top for Paige Schumann. Little stutter step, kicks it out left side. Wilkie fakes the three, into the lane, one-handed pass. Van Loo right over to it up, and it is no good. She traveled actually, so that's going to give it to the Blackhawks, who withstand the charge. And with 16:45 and now the clock never stopped there, Kirk. At that whistle, the clock never stopped. It was still going.
I think they think it starts unless they change the rule.
Unless they've changed the rule, because I thought it was 9 minutes of the second half is when you had the running clock. So we'll check that out. Here is a shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Stalker. Yeah, I noticed that the clock did not stop at that last whistle.
Okay, we need help, Bruce Kaufman.
Yeah, where's Bruce?
Bruce,
here is
Stalker.
It is off the rim, no good for three. Offensive board, put back for Donaldson, and it's in. Jada Donaldson scores. And it's 65-13. Beaver Dam leading on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. We are now about 2 minutes into this second half.
Well, if it does have a running clock, we could get a fish fry. Oh, that's right. We got a sub sandwich from Jimmy John's.
Hey, thanks again to Jimmy John's, our video stream sponsor tonight. Also want to thank Farmers Implement in Columbus and Allenton, our scoreboard sponsor tonight.
Whoop.
And a traveling violation.
Well, I know there's one guy in the building that I can beat in a race tonight. And I have a resurfaced right hip and a brand new left knee.
Geez, I wonder who you're referring to.
I think it's Coach Tim Chase.
Yeah, that's who you're referring to.
He's got a pulled calf muscle at practice last night, and he is hobbling.
I hope he can make it up the stairs to the press box for the post-game interview.
I don't know about that.
If he can't, we totally understand. We're giving him a hard time, but yeah, he's moving a little bit. If he didn't want to come up here after the game for a chat. Nice pass, cutting Wilkie on the baseline. She scores.
I hope his wife doesn't know that he's going out with Gingerly.
Oh my! Great pass down low to a cutting Wilkie. 67-13, Golden Beavers on top of the Blackhawks on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. Ball was kicked loose. Jens back the other way. Jens, one-handed bounce pass left side. Here's a shot, is up, and it's in for
Carly Burkhart.
I
got it right.
It's her first bucket of the game, 69-13.
Well, I'm going to go on record to say that these four girls who played in the JV game are probably going to see a lot of action here in the second half. Probably especially after the 9-minute mark for sure.
14:20 and counting left in the ball game. Beaver Dam up 69-13. And there's a nice pass. Yep.
Good job.
Into the right post. Schoeneke with a nice move scores. And her first bucket to make it 69-15. Beaver Dam. Wilkie now for three. That's a shot off the rim, no good. And as Jens went for the rebound, contact and a foul here. Let's see what this is going on.
Nice hustle by Natalie Jens to get on the offensive glass. Great position. Here comes the screen, the screener. Inside, look for Carly Burkhart on the left block away from the inbounder, Jada Donaldson. She's going to up screen. Paige is going to screen for Carly. There she is.
Inbounds pass knocked out. Maybe they've changed that rule because we thought it was at the 9-minute mark when they started the running clock, but it's been running the whole half here. And there is another bucket by Burkhart.
Loose ball in the right place at the right time.
Yep. Took that deflection and puts it up and in. 71-15, Beaver Dam in front on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. Randall working right side, pass into the corner. Here's a shot up, and a three-pointer is off the front of the rim, no good. And Schoeneke grabbing the rebound, trying to save it, but could not from going out of bounds. And now wholesale substitutions here for Beaver Dam. And boy, they just, it's a hockey line change here as they sub in 5 new players.
But it's still the same 10 that have played in the game thus far.
Exactly.
Just that we didn't get down to the 4 girls who played in the JV contest yet.
So the Golden Beavers going to work offensively with Scharfenberg giving it to Schumann, coming to the near wing side. Now back to Scharfenberg. Round the horn they go, left side, and pass down into the post. And there is Allie Van Loo for another bucket. Took the pass from Urich.
She's just unstoppable when she gets the ball that deep.
14 points for Wilkie, or for Van Loo, I should say. There's a shot off the rim, no good, and the rebound for Scharfenberg. 12 minutes and change left in the ball game. Here's Urich now at the other end, trying to go right baseline, kicks it back to Van Loo. Around the horn, they work it to Schumann, directing traffic, cross-court feed, Urich, into the post. Van Loo off the glass, book it, and there it is again.
Nice pass.
16 points for Allie in front by 60 points, and we're under 12 minutes to play in the game on the Farmers Implement scoreboard.
Rachel Urich with the assist.
Yeah, it's Beaver Dam's they're gonna do this to a lot of teams to this year, that's for sure. Here's a shot from the top of the arc, no good. Offensive rebound kept alive. And here's another 3 on the way. That is off the back of the iron, too strong. But another offensive board. Belzer has it. And Ford Atkinson with a couple of offensive boards keeping possession. A couple of reloads here for the Blackhawks. Here is Marquardt near the top of the bubble. Guarded by Stoffaker. Sends it into Schoeneke, but she's blocked out of bounds by Van Loo. Van Loo didn't even have to hardly move. Just put her arm up and just swatted it out.
Ellie Van Loo says, not in my house.
Again, that clock continuing to run with now 7 minutes gone in the second half.
It's going to be a quick half.
Yep. Stoddy inbounding. Finds Marquardt for 3. Too strong off the glass. Rebound is loose. We got a foul. Let's see who this is going to go on.
Yeah, I think it's on Allie. She grabbed the girl going for the rebound out at the free throw line. She's a long distance away from the basket. Not a bad foul.
The foul was actually on Schumann.
Really?
Yeah, they called it on Paige Schumann.
Wow, even Stevie Wonder could have seen that.
And now the scoreboard just went out on the one side. Now it's back. All right. And that ball thrown away and into the front row of the bleachers on the far side. So the turnover will give it back to Beaver Dam. And now another hockey line change for Beaver Dam. 5 fresh bodies on the floor.
But this time,
Anna Streblo, 5'7" junior, checking in for the first time in the game. Hodgson is back out there. So is Avery Stonewall, a 5'8" sophomore. Here's Streblo for 3. Off the rim, no good. Offensive board, pulled down by Streblo. Gets it to Jens. Free throw line jumper, no good. And the rebound for Ford Atkinson. Also on the floor, Grace Medeiros, a 5'4" junior. So you're talking about those 3 from the JV game, Kirk, and now they're on the floor.
Yep. And it's just a little over the 9-minute mark when we expected them.
9:28 left. There's a long arcing shot, no good. Hodgson, the defensive rebound, throws it ahead to Natalie Jens. Jens racing down Wisconsin Avenue, underhanded shot, in and out, no good, but a foul. And Natalie Jens, getting some slaps from her teammates, will head all expenses paid to the free throw line. And, well, now the clock is stopped.
Natalie Jens, from end to end, a little Linda Ronstadt blew by you.
Yeah. And the first free throw is no good for Jen. So what's going on here, Kirk? The clock's been running, and now it's not. It's been running the entire second half until now, and they stopped it. So you tell me why that is.
I don't have the answer.
I don't have it either. Second free throw, rather, is good for Jens after she missed the first. Clock is now running again with 9:12 to go in the ball game.
Well, it should run for the rest of the game,
Well,
except for timeout or injury.
Right. And a tip ball, but saved, and Stoddy puts it up. In and out, no good for Tyler Stoddy. The freshman rebound pulled down by the Golden Beavers. And here's Jens at the other end, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul here.
And it is running, folks. Oh, well.
Well,
I guess
it is what it is.
No, it's not their first game at the clock table, at scoring table.
You can tell your lovely bride you're going to be home early tonight at this rate.
Yeah, right.
And here is a shot off the inbounds play, no good for Stonewall, and the rebound pulled down by Fort Atkinson's Haley Miles. Here's Belzer, bounce pass to Markwart, baseline jumper over the defender is good. So Markwart scores.
Nice move by the freshman.
76-17 Beaver Dam. There's a three from the left side, in and out, no good for Hodgson. Rebound swatted over to that left corner and picked up by Fort Atkinson. 8:09 to go in the ball game, and that ball out of bounds, last touched by the Golden Beavers.
I was going to say
Miles will inbound.
A chance for the Golden Beavers to hit the century mark, but not with the way the clock was
not with the
handled
clock
in the first part of the second half, first of all, but now with a running clock and obviously no starters on the bench.
Miles with a shot, it's up, no good, and a
floor.
defensive rebound for Streblo. And now Medeiros giving it to Hodgson over on that left side, cross-court feed taken by Stonewall. Right back the other way, Jens over on the left loose, and it's going to be picked up by Miles, and here come the Blackhawks with 7.5 to play in the ball game, and this is Belzer bobbling it, but gets it back now to Stoddy. Post feed intended for Garrett, and Garrett couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds, and now Beaver Dam subbing again as Burkhart, Donaldson, and Wilkie all returning. Jens heading to the bench along with Hodgson. And here we go with 7 minutes left in the ball game. Here's a three-pointer for Burkhart off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Wilkie. Back to Burkhart, slicing through traffic and puts it up and in. Nice move by Burkhart, slicing down Wisconsin Avenue through traffic. And it's 78-17. Beaver Dam leading on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. 6:39 to go in the second half.
Mattie Wilke battling for position on the glass, keeping it alive.
And Medeiros grabbed the loose ball, but she ran out of real estate, stepped on the baseline, and it goes right back to Fort Atkinson. They catch a break there, as it should have been Beaver Dam basketball.
4 turnovers to the Blackhawks in the second half, 2 for the Beaver Dam squad. 30 in the game for Fort Atkinson.
And that's going to be a
Stepped
5 count?
over the line.
Stepped over the line. There we go.
31.
So violation. Fort Atkinson could not get it in, and it'll be Golden Beaver basketball. Clock running, exactly 6 minutes remaining in this one. 78-17. Beaver Dam in front on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. And she's fouled. Grace is all of 5 feet 4 inches tall, but she's a scrappy little player from what I can see. Fits right in with this team, doesn't she?
Yep.
And a long three, and how about that? Right on cue, Grace with a three. So she heard me talking about her, and she says, I'll show him what I can do, and she buries the triple. 81-17, Beaver Dam. There's a kickball, off of Wilkie's foot out of bounds. Clock still running. 5:09 to go as 4 more fresh bodies come in for the Golden Beavers. We've seen this all night long, just freely subbing. And right now, Beaver Dam up big on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. They've been in control of this one since the get-go. And that's going to be an over and back on Fort Atkinson as they were having trouble getting it in from that far sideline. It goes back to Beaver Dam.
I'm not sure if you're going to see the seniors. I don't know if you'll see Van Loo, Stalker, or Schumann. So he might just be working with these other 11 girls for underclassmen to get valuable game experience. First game of the year.
There's a 3, no good from the right side for Scharfenberg. Rebound swatted all the way into the backcourt. Scharfenberg
Gets her own rebound.
gets her own rebound. Wow, what a hustle to go. She had to go halfway across town to get that one. And now Hodgson has it knocked loose before it looked like she was going to be able to grab that, but a nice effort by Jackie Jensen defensively to strip it at the last second. Here come the Blackhawks. Still play on here.
Scharfenberg almost was in Jefferson checking that ball down.
She was on her halfway to Johnson Creek. And that's going to be a foul here on the drive, and it's going to be free throws upcoming for the Blackhawks and Jensen.
The clock does not stop.
No. Well, now it did stop.
Start the clock.
And the first free throw is up, and it is good. Now I don't know. They've done this twice now. They've stopped it twice, which is odd. But here's the second free throw. That is also good for Jensen. Wait a minute. Do we have a violation?
Yeah.
Are you going to count it?
Free throw violation.
Okay. So they're only going to count the first one, then, I would imagine. 81-18. Beaver Dam leads on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. 3:49 left in the game. Mike Tronson, Kurt Call from Fort Atkinson High School. And this is Hodgson. Lob to Burkhart, top of the bubble. Back to Hodgson, post feed, and we've got a foul. A push here as they worked it into the post to Avery Stonewall.
5'9" sophomore. Reminds me of, was it Brooke Johnson, who really was tough inside? Was that her name?
Which one are you
Is
talking
there a
about?
Johnson girl that played for Beaver Dam?
Brianna Johnson, you mean?
Brianna?
Yeah, Bree, yeah. And there's a shot up, no good. And rebound, they fight for it, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blackhawks. 3:09.
Avery reminds her of Brianna Johnson.
Brianna Johnson's playing basketball now at McKendree University down by St. Louis. She transferred there. There is a shot, no good for Scharfenberg from three-point land. Rebound came all the way back to the near corner and went out of bounds. It'll go to Fort Atkinson. But, yeah, of course, we follow a lot of the Beaver Dam alums and what they're doing in college. And Bree Johnson is now at McKendree University. And this is her first season there with that program. She had previously played at St. Cloud State. All right, 2:26 to go in this one.
Tim Chase needs either a cane or a walker.
Well, I tell you, the calf injury has not slowed him from his coaching duties, though, has it?
Well, not when you got this much talent.
No, there's no way. Here's a baseline jumper. It's up and no good for Belzer. Offensive board putback. That's no good. And the rebound pulled down by the Golden Beavers off the miss by Jensen. Urick to Medeiros. Three-point land on the right. And a pass up to Stonewall. Stonewall into the lane. Floats one up. It's no good. Got her own rebound. Kicks it back out. And they'll reset. Medeiros to the right side. Paige Yegodinsky, a 5'8" sophomore, had checked in a moment ago. I wanted to mention her name as I think now, is that everybody on the roster that's gotten into this game?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody on the roster now has stepped on the floor. Paige was the last to do it. That's Paige Yegodinsky. Them straight.
Come on, Mike. Just turn to Paige.
And here's Yegodinsky putting it up. It's off the rim, no good. And a defensive rebound pulled down by Garant. With 70 seconds left in this one, it's going to be a fun season, isn't it? I was struggling just to get out of football mode after yesterday, but
yeah, I know.
we're into basketball mode now. And Beaver Dam, they look like they're in mid-season form after this one tonight. 81-18. The Golden Beavers lead on the Farmers Implement scoreboard with under a minute to play. Long three and air ball. And Beaver Dam is going to pick that one out of midair. And that was Anna Streblo that had it knocked away from behind after picking up the air ball. And Beaver Dam will keep possession, and she'll inbound. But, again, we're now down to 30 seconds remaining.
So 81-18.
And if it weren't for the running clock, this could have been a lot more.
Could have been worse. Tim Chase did a nice job, though, not running up the score.
No, and that's
really,
exactly.
Freely substituting.
There's a three-pointer, no good for Medeiros, and look out, collision as Garrett was diving for the rebound and hit the deck along with Medeiros. And
going to call it travel on the
and
Blackhawks.
they stopped the clock with 7.5 seconds left. Again, your guess is as good as mine as to the clock operation here in the second half. But, it doesn't matter because Beaver Dam took the drama out of this one early and did what they're supposed to do against a team that's younger and more inexperienced. Here's an inbounds pass. We seconds two, and the final horn will sound, and this one's in the books. Final tonight on your Farmers Implement scoreboard, Beaver Dam 81 and Fort Atkinson 18. Stay with us as our postgame report comes up in just a few moments. You're listening to Beaver Dam Golden Beaver Girls Basketball on 95.3 WXRO and DailyDodge.com. And we welcome you back to Fort Atkinson High School. Mike Tronson alongside Kirk Call. Welcome to our postgame report. Beaver Dam girls a winner tonight in their season opener, 81-18. The Golden Beavers take down Fort Atkinson on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. And actually, Kirk Hall passing his headset to Beaver Dam girls head basketball coach Tim Chase. Tim, thanks for coming up, and congratulations on the season opening win. And, well, I mean, you did what you are supposed to do against a team that's a lot younger and more inexperienced. You took it to them early and never really let your foot off the gas.
No, we got off to a great start. Our energy was great in the first half. I thought we continued that in the second half. Obviously, running clock, things are going to be a little bit different, but get a lot of kids some varsity minutes tonight. Loved the way we shared the ball. Loved our defensive intensity. Thought we ran the break well. A lot of good things to take from tonight.
Defensively, I mean, nothing's changed from seasons past here. I mean, that's still where it starts with your club. You get after it, and you're so stifling defensively, and it was evident early on. I mean, you were causing all sorts of fits and turnovers, leading to offense at the other end.
Yeah, our kids want to come out and play right now. They want to play basketball right now. They're excited to start this year, and we got a lot of games coming up the next few weeks. So we start a conference opener next Tuesday. So, like I said, they've been kind of chomping to kind of get out and have some competition.
As you just mentioned, a nice thing about tonight's game is everybody on the roster stepped on the floor, and you were subbing freely, and everybody got minutes, and that's never a bad thing when you can put a lot of different players on the floor and give them a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We're going to need all these kids at some point. They may not be playing a lot right now, but at times this year half rule really works to, I believe, our advantage, and something we're very excited when they implement it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. Our kids work hard in practice. Anytime we can get them an opportunity to get out on the floor, we really want to be able to do that.
Yeah, it was nice for us to see, some of those younger players. Now Paige Hodgson, she played a more limited role last year. She's going to, we're going to see a lot more of her this year. I thought she looked really good. Towards the end there, we got to see Anna Streblo, Paige Jagodinsky, Grace Medeiros, Avery Stonewall. And really, when I watched those players, we've talked about this before, with your players coming off the bench, the intensity, the energy just doesn't drop off. I mean, they play at that same high level.
No, I mean, these kids have modeled this for over the years, and obviously the senior group came in and kind of raised the bar even a little higher than it was before, and now the younger kids have seen that, and they need to keep that up. And like I said, they've had some really good kids to learn from over the years, and none better than this group of seniors we have this year.
I mean, it was a solid effort, and, I mean, did you find anything at all tonight that, maybe we can do a little bit better next time around? I mean, I didn't really find anything that I could really nitpick about it.
We need to consistently rebound from every single
Okay.
position. Right. So some kids got to realize if they want minutes, they better rebound a little bit more.
Okay, you said it, not me, but
that's true.
I understand.
Especially now that you videotape everything, we can go back and nitpick on everything. But honestly, we play against some of these teams we're going to have to play against. If you're not out there being physical and you don't rebound, it's going to be hard to play.
Well, and you're right, because no disrespect to Fort Atkinson, but the schedule's going to get a lot tougher. Now, as we said, next up is Tuesday night. We're on the road with you at Baraboo. Any early thoughts on that one?
I mean, the big thing is, last year we were kind of a new entity in the conference, and, people weren't really a little bit more. And, our kids, we can't rest on our laurels. Kind of like last weekend when we scrimmaged down up Sheboygan North. We played a great game against King. It's unofficial scrimmage, but we played quite well against them and felt very good about it. But then the other two games, we didn't quite play to that level. So it's important that we keep this going every night. Every night's a special night. Every night we need to show our best.
One thing that I didn't ask you about in the pregame chat, everybody remembers back to last year how there was so much going on because you were in a new conference. And we had the new field house that hadn't opened up at the beginning of the season, so you were road warriors early on for the first month or so of the season. There was a lot of stuff going on that that maybe could have thrown some teams for a loop. It really didn't with your team, but a lot going on. This year, as we start season, things are much quieter. I mean, your new field house is already open. You're familiar with the conference now. You've had a full season in the conference. That's got to feel good that some of those things that were going on last year have really quieted down now, and they aren't a distraction.
Well,
absolutely.
This year. Last year was a grind at times because we had a lot of difficulties and things like that. And I gave utmost respect to our group of kids last year, everything that they had to do to overcome. I mean, obviously we're talented, but still it would have been easy to kind of let a few things not go as well as they could, and we could have flourished. This year, honestly, things are going to look quite well for us a lot, but you always have those moments where something's going to be tough, so we can never get complacent. And that's the thing we talk about all the time. We look really good. We've had 2 great weeks of practice. Things are great, but as soon as we start thinking we're all that, and we're not hungry and we're not humble, it can turn on you in a hurry in this game.
So it's keep your foot on the gas, isn't it? Keep working hard.
This last year down in Chicago, we need to get ourselves ready for these couple conference games come up, and we really got to be ready when we go down to play Chicago. I mean, they've got that team we're playing down there, Bennett Academy. They've got 3 committed D1s, and they got 6 other kids that have D1 offers already. So it's an amazing group down there. So to have this, they got 9. But yeah.
Wow, they have 9 D1 athletes.
Yeah, they have 3 kids that have committed already, and 6 others. So it's going to be good time. This is true.
Yeah, Kirk said they can only play 5 at a time.
We want the challenge.
We don't want them on the power play here, Tim.
So it'll be exciting. Like I said, same thing when we go down to Florida. Our kids are excited for that opportunity to play against some top teams in the country, and it's one of those things you kind of always wish for, and now we're in those positions, so now we got to go make sure we work as hard as we possibly can to be successful in those situations.
Hey, maybe I should ask you here, as long as I have you up here, Tim. Kirk and I were a little confused on the running clock situation in the second half. We thought that started at the 9-minute mark. They actually started running it at the beginning of the half. Not that it mattered. I know it doesn't matter.
You're playing in a way, Jim. You just kind of go with it sometimes.
Right. They stopped it during free throws, but that was it. I mean, did they change the rule on us over the off season?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. Well, again, it doesn't matter. I know. I get that part of it. But
it was fine. I mean, and the thing is, we played a very strong first half. And Fort Atkinson, they've been great hosts here tonight. Their coach is a younger coach. He's got a new program starting off, and I remember being on the other side as well. So, it was a well-played game tonight, and I think they learned a lot. Fort Atkinson did. And our kids got off to a good start tonight, and we're ready to get after it tomorrow morning at practice and get better.
Yeah, everything looked good from our vantage point here. I mean, very solid. Like I said, I didn't really find much at all to nitpick about. So,
yeah, let's go to Baraboo on Tuesday.
And so we'll join you. We'll be there. Yeah, first conference.
Baraboo's a team that I know that you can say they only had 4 wins last year, but they got kids that can play. I think that's the thing with our conference this year. Every team is, better. The one team I thought maybe wouldn't be quite as good this year actually got to win the first night, so they had a lot of young kids playing Mount Horeb, and those young kids played quite well. But every other team in the conference, I think, really can say that they're better than they were a year ago in the Badger North. So we're going to get everybody's best shot every night, and, let's do it.
Yeah, what early thoughts on the Badger North? I mean, last year, obviously, you were champs, but obviously Wanakee was very good. Reedsburg was very good last year. Do you envision those teams to be pretty solid again?
Yeah, Reedsburg's got a really good group of seniors, a great group of freshmen. Wanakee's got a bunch of great athletes, going to be really good. DeForest has got great size. And then all the other teams in the conference, like I said, Sauk and Baraboo and Portage are really quite improved from last year, kind of new coaches last year. And so those kids will have their second year in the system and get better. But obviously we think very highly of our kids too. But like I said, we can't get complacent.
Tim, congratulations on the season opening win, and thanks for stopping up. We do appreciate it.
Yep, thanks, guys. You guys do a great job. We're excited to see a lot of games this year too.
We have a lot. In fact, I mentioned to the fans listening back home or watching on the video stream that we have almost all of your games on the radio, and all of your out-of-state games will be broadcast. That's awesome. Illinois and Florida, and we are really excited to be able to do that for you.
We're excited for the opportunities this year, and like I said, with the group we got this year, we're just going to enjoy every single moment, and then the next day we get in the gym, get better.
All right. Tim, good to see you, buddy. We'll do it again Tuesday. All right. That's Tim Chase. He's the head coach of Beaver Dam. We appreciate him joining us up here in the booth. And Beaver Dam 81 and Fort Atkinson 18. Beaver Dam now 1-0 on the very young season. And for Fort Atkinson, this was their second game, actually, and the Blackhawks dropped to 0-2 on the young season. I want to run down the final individual scoring here. These are unofficial, but I believe they're pretty accurate. And we'll start with the scoring for Beaver Dam. The Golden Beavers in this game were paced by Allie Van Loo. She had 16 points, most of those in the first half. She scored 12 of those 16 before halftime. But several other players were also in double figures, including Natalie Jens with 12 in this game. Tara Stoffaker had 11, including 3 from downtown. It was Jada Donaldson with 11. 9 of those came in the first half. Mattie Wilke with a quiet 9. Is there such a thing as a quiet 9? Well, I guess when you've got all this other talent around you, there might be. Wilkie with 9 points tonight. It was Carly Burkhart with 6 points, all coming in the second half of this ball game. Paige Hodgson, 5, including 1 from long range. Grace Scharfenberg, Paige Schumann with 4 points each, and Grace Medeiros with a triple, and she rounds out the scoring with her 3 points. Meanwhile, for Fort Atkinson, they were paced in this game by Taylor Marquardt, freshman with 4 points on the evening. 3 points for Tyla Stouty and another 3 for Jackie Jensen. Meanwhile, several players with 2 points each. It was Kat Brandel, Sarah Vandermaas, Anna Schenicke, and we did have a running clock in the second half, but interesting to note that in the second half, Fort Atkinson was held to just 5 points. Conversely, Beaver Dam only scored 18, but again, the clock was running. The game was over. The drama was out of it early, so food for thought, but again, in the end, Beaver Dam, Kirk doing what they're supposed to do. A team of this caliber is supposed to come in with, and when they play younger and more inexperienced teams that have struggled, they're supposed to take care of business, and that's exactly what Beaver Dam did. They didn't intentionally run up the score, but they played very well, rotated a lot of players in. Everybody got a lot of playing time. They shared the ball. It was just a solid effort.
Well, they were just happy to get on the court and not play against each other all the time.
Here.
But the 26 turnovers in the first half led to that huge 63-13 lead at the half, and then, like you say, the running clock. Real quick, rebounding, 31 rebounds for Beaver Dam to only 15 for Fort Atkinson. Allie Van Loo led the way. A lot of other girls chipped in. She had 5, and then a lot of other girls chipped in 4 and 5. Mattie Wilke with 4, and Paige Hodgson and Jada Donaldson. And then only 8 turnovers, 5 in the first half, 3 in the second. And Fort Atkinson only 7 turnovers for a total of 33. I forgot to do the free throws. I'll do better Tuesday night. But long story short, 1-0, move on. Baraboo conference game. See you Tuesday night, folks.
The schedule is going to get tougher. There's no doubt about it. And that is our next broadcast. Speaking of Tuesday night and speaking of Baraboo, we will have that is a 7:15 start, pregame show around 7 o'clock. That game on Tuesday will be broadcast on our sister station, WBEV, 14:30 a.m. It'll, of course, be streamed on dailydodge.com. So we hope you'll join us on Tuesday night for game number 2 as the Beaver Dam girls travel to Baraboo. 7:15 start, WBEV and dailydodge.com. And then the week after Thanksgiving, that's when we get her going big time, as we'll have Beaver Dam girls basketball that week. We'll have Beaver Dam boys basketball that week. We'll have Beaver Dam boys hockey that week. And I'll just give you a preview. Monday, November 26th, the Beaver Dam boys host Monroe at 7:15. That'll be right here on WXRO and dailydodge.com. That'll be our first Beaver Dam boys basketball broadcast of the new season. Then on Tuesday, November 27th, it's the Beaver Dam boys hockey team, as they will host McFarland at 7 o'clock on WXRO and Daily Dodge. Then on Thursday, November 29th, the Beaver Dam girls host DeForest, 7:15 start on WXRO. And then the game that we were talking about with Coach Chase on Saturday, December 1st, the Beaver Dam girls travel to Palatine, Illinois to take on Bennett Academy from Lisle, Illinois. And that'll be a 3:45 start on WXRO. And we'll have that game for you. That's also, that game going to be video streamed down in Chicago. So, Justin, guess you're coming along to Illinois with us, aren't you, for the video stream of Beaver Dam and Bennett Academy. That is going to be a doozy, because you've got Beaver Dam ranked 14th in the nation in the preseason poll by MAC. And we want to, again, thank our sponsors, starting with the good folks at Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam, our video stream sponsor tonight. Guess what Kirk and I are doing right after we sign off the air here? We've got a snack. And Jimmy John's, we thank you so much for your sponsorship of our video stream tonight. And we can't do this without the generous support of our partners. And Jimmy John's, our exclusive video stream sponsor tonight on dailydodge.com.
And Justin
Wilke, our video stream cameraman, operator, and all-around good guy. Thank you, Justin, for being here to run that tonight. Other sponsors tonight include our scoreboard sponsor, Farmers Implement in Columbus and Allenton. Also, Pine Hills Trucking, Air Care, Slumberland of Beaver Dam and Watertown, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, American Bank, Walker's Family Restaurant, Landmark Credit Union, Columbus Family Dental, and Bayside Supper Club. Hey, again, a reminder, too, tune in tomorrow morning here on WXRO and dailydodge.com. It's the high school OT, as Wade Bates and Kevin Haugen will have scores and highlights from Probably the state football finals and some basketball games. They'll have coaches interviews. That's a great high school prep show that they provide every single Saturday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. during the fall and winter sports seasons. You catch it right here on WXRO and DailyDodge.com, and they do a great job with that. Kurt Call, a pleasure.
Nice to see
as
ya.
always, good to see you. It's been a long 8 months waiting for the season to start, but we are back. And it's going to be a fun season. We'll do it again Tuesday night.
Going to be fun. Thanks.
Appreciate her good work. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. And for Autumn and Justin and the Hall of Famer Kirk Hall, Mike Tronson saying so long from Fort Atkinson High School. Have a pleasant evening and enjoy your weekend. This has been a WXRO and DailyDodge.com sports presentation.